Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to speculate about 8 things we might see at WWDC coming up in just over a week. Number 1, and this is my personal most wished for item on the list, macOS on iPad. Apple just announced M4 iPads that have tremendous power. There's no reason why these awesome pieces of hardware could not be unlocked with a full-blown desktop operating system. I love my iPad. I just wish I could do everything on it. But when I need to juggle multiple apps and move data around or content between apps, I go to my MacBook. How awesome would it be if you had a way to run macOS on your iPad? Simplest way would be probably to do a dual boot. You could pick on a boot screen between iOS or macOS. That's a little clunky. I think Apple could come up with something more elegant. But there's been so much talk about the wasted power of the new iPads, the M4 iPads, that I think we might finally see macOS run on an iPad. Number 2, I think everybody is expecting a big push from Apple into AI, and the obvious candidate for that is Siri. Let's be honest, Siri is helpful in certain spots, but her capabilities haven't changed all that much in 10 years. I think it's likely that Apple will be bringing out new Siri capabilities powered by AI. Number 3, related to the previous item, I think we may see Siri get the ability to use AI to manipulate apps on your behalf. I think a vision AI model combined with natural language processing capabilities could create a very cool feature where you could be able to ask Siri to do things and take steps within apps on your behalf. For example, imagine being able to ask Siri to order an Uber to pick me up on Main and First Street and take me to my favorite coffee shop. Technically, I think all this would be difficult, but I think it'd be a game changer for iOS, and I really hope we see it. Number 4, not as exciting for most people, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got AI embedded into Xcode for code generation. This could even be branded as Siri for Xcode. This would be a competitor to GitHub Copilot. Apple might have an advantage here, as Apple's 2 primary languages, Swift and Objective-C, aren't the most popular languages, and Apple developers could benefit from an AI code generation model from Apple. Number 5 seems like the most obvious and the most likely. I think Spotlight, the tool used to search within macOS, will be getting an AI upgrade. It'll be interesting how similar this is to the controversial new Windows feature called Recall. Microsoft announced Recall last week, and boy, did it stir up some dust. Apple generally has a little more credibility with the public, so it'll be interesting to note if there's any differences in reactions. Number 6, Apple Vision Pro was released just a handful of months ago. Perhaps it's too soon, but I think we may see some software updates, perhaps some glaringly missing third-party apps like YouTube and Netflix. However, given the so-so launch of the new product, I'm not holding my breath. Number 7, Core ML and Create ML are Apple's SDKs for on-device model building and inference and using the neural engine. I think we'll see some sort of update to these tools. With such an emphasis on AI across the industry, I think it's likely Apple would want to reduce the developer effort to use these AI libraries. And number 8, last but not least, there's a rumor floating around that Apple will enable users to put apps wherever they want, even breaking off of the grid pattern on the home screen. Honestly, this is the least interesting thing in the list to me, but it could happen. People are talking about it. There's definitely a rumor floating around. Personally, I like all my apps laid out perfectly in a grid, but I'm sure there's some other people who want to live that crazy life and put their apps all over the place, just like the desktop of a PC user. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. 8 things we might see at WWDC. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.